I'm web anchor Meredith Dean, and today we're going to give you a sneak peek on behind the scenes of Grady News Source. So we're going to start out here in the dressing room. Just follow me. This is where all the anchors get ready and the reporters as well. So right here we have Hannah Patrick and Julie Calhoun who are doing special projects for today. So it looks like they're getting ready, getting all their makeup together. And also we have lockers as well, so everyone gets to keep their stuff in here, and if they're not supposed to go on air, but all of a sudden they're needed to go on air, they have all of their blazers and professional attire. So thanks, ladies. Have fun. We'll see you later. Looking forward to your package today. We'll go back into the studio. Here we have one of our co-executive producers, Castangaro. Do you have anything to say about News Source today?
No.
All right, great. So we're going to move on into the newsroom. So here we are in the newsroom, and we have a lot of students that are working really hard right now because it's crunch time, and the show is going to air pretty soon in 30 minutes. So we're going to move on over to our associate producer and our producer, Taylor Eisenhower and Catherine Ellis. Guys, how do you feel the show is going to turn out today?
A lot of last-minute changes. We don't have time to talk right now.
No problem. See, this is a real newsroom. They're pressed for time, so we're going to keep moving on, see what one of our assignment editors is up to today, Miss Goldman.
Hi.
Leah, are you really busy right now?
Yeah, I just got everything from Alex and Martha from the Capitol, so I'm trying to get this package in by 5.
All right, another example of everyone trying to work really hard. Christine, what are you up to right now?
I'm actually about to go return my camera. Gotta get wireless mic for my car. I was running around all day, but I got a really good interview at the signing, and I'm really happy that it wasn't till 3 that the signing happened, but I'm glad we were able to put it in. So.
And Christina's our sports anchor for tonight, so she's been working hard all day on all of her stuff. So good job.
Thanks.
Practicing right now? What are you practicing for?
Practicing for my live shot.
All right, and where are you going to be live?
In the newsroom.
In the newsroom. Okay, awesome. So she's working on her remote right now, which is her live portion of her part of the newscast today. So we'll move on to Professor Smith over here. Professor Smith, what are you working on?
It's not much. I'm just setting up the program that records the news show. So
wonderful.
It's not really a backup for it.
And Professor Smith is one of the other co-executive producers for the show today, so he does a lot for us, and we really appreciate him.
You talked to Castangaro?
We talked to Castangaro a little bit, but I think he might have more to say now. Well, he didn't really have much to say, but
Yeah, actually, his entire words were, she said, do you have something to say about News Source?
He didn't have much to say. He's still, he's here for 1 hour. He's totally blown up the show. Gotten everybody going 8 different directions. And now they're all upset. And I had to redo the whole rundown for them.
it's good we have
And now
two
we're
executive
redoing it
producers, because then they can kind of balance each other, you know.
Why? Because now they're going to screw it up if they redo it again.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
We'll move on into the control room.
Matching what
Unless
we
you'd
talked
like to
about?
say something, Professor Castangaro.
No, they're not redoing it. They're matching what we talked about.
What went on at the
What I
meeting
say,
today?
they're
What was
matching what I
all the
Well, I mean,
discord?
obviously, we got these huge stories, with the guy that turned himself in and now facing the charges, et cetera. And we put a team coverage to it, and what we're trying to do is do it right so that, the coverage reflects the severity of the story and the importance of the story. And that becomes a logistics issue, because the way we want to present it is in a way that says, it gets all the importance to it. And then what on top of that, it's just a hellacious news day. That Jamie Hood was back in court today and apparently blew up the judge and went absolute ape on him. That's a huge story. Then you have these homeless people camped out in front of the federal building. Come on. It's an amazing thing. Now the hard part is, which is what they're struggling with, is as Professor Smith just said, we switched around the newscast because we want to make sure that it flows and it has the content in it, but that the appearance is such that you can say, okay, the viewer can follow along. The hardest part we do is make sure they follow us step by step as we go through this and understand it better.
And there you have it. It's going to be a hellacious news day today, but we're looking forward to it.
Can you say hellacious?
Can I say hellacious? It's going to be a crazy news day today. We're really excited about it.
Digital freak show.
A digital freak show, as Professor Smith says. So here we are in the control room, and everyone has different positions in this room. We have 19 over here who is organizing everything for the VO, meaning the video, and the SOTs, or the interviews that will go during the newscast. So I will introduce you to 19 here. 19, what is your name?
Hi, I'm Shelly.
Shelly, what are you working on right now?
I'm just putting everything in order for the show, all the SOTs and VOs and everything, just making everything, sure everything's here.
And this is a big deal because if it doesn't roll, then the show doesn't work out, right?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Well, you're going to do a great job. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll move on over here to Colt, one of my favorites. Colt, what are you doing tonight?
Actually, right now, I'm making some over-the-shoulder boxes for your show. And then I'm going to be watching the weather anchor because that's what I'm doing in mock show tonight.
All right, are you looking forward to it tonight?
I'm excited and nervous, so.
And could you tell us a little bit about mock shows?
Yeah, mock shows are the class that comes before Grady News Source. So basically, we practice doing the show. It's not broadcast, it's just taped, and then we go back and critique it and kind of learn how to do the show before we actually have to do it live.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you telling us
problem.
everything. And Colt's great. He was also one of our earlier classes for broadcast news. So now he's going to be in mock shows. He's going to do a great job with weather tonight. Thanks very much. Now we'll move on over to the audio booth. Excuse me, sir, are you doing audio tonight?
Yes.
All right, I'm excited for you. Now tell me, wow, look at all of these different buttons. What are you going to be doing with these? How do you work these?
These just basically control the volume levels for the mics, for the anchors, the weather person, any of the reporters we have doing remotes or in the newsroom.
Perfect. And could you introduce yourself as well?
I'm Chance Martin. I'm a volunteer crew member here at News Source.
So all of our crew members are just volunteers. They don't get paid or anything. They're not part of the class. So we just appreciate you guys being here and you do a great job.
Definitely.
Thanks, Chance. All right, now we're going to move on into the studio, and show's about to start. So they're going through a run through. We have our floor director. I'll let you listen to her for a second.
That is now Ashley follow-up. You will notice that that was a 19. A19 is dead.
So she is in charge of calling all the shots tonight. So that's a huge deal, a lot of pressure. Now we'll move on into the studio. And here we'll have Bailey Anderson and Brittany Denny, who are our anchors tonight. And then also Jeffrey McNair is on the far right.
I'm gonna print you a rundown.
Whew.
Thank you.
Guys, are you excited for the show tonight?
Yes, we are. There's been a lot of big changes, so we're just making sure that we get our scripts in order, that way we're prepared for what's going to happen.
Wonderful. How do you feel, Bailey?
A little nervous right now because, like she said, we do have a lot of changes, so hopefully we can get it together.
Well, y'all are good at improvising, so I'm sure it's going to be great. Good luck with ordering those scripts. And Jeffrey, you excited for weather?
Well, Meredith, I am super excited for weather. I've been working all day on these spring break weather slides, and I'm just praying that they go well.
They will. And you're doing a shark story from what I've heard.
Check. Anchor one.
Can't
All
wait.
right.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Tune in, please. Tune in.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Now we'll move on over to some of our other crew members who are doing cameras and prompter. Hello, friends.
What's up?
Hello. We're doing a little behind the scenes of Grady News Source. So if y'all could tell me a little bit about what you're doing and introduce yourselves.
You want to? I'll go first. Okay. I'm Tanya Sachinsky. I'm working on prompter, so basically I have to kind of set up the pacing of how the prompter runs along with how the anchor wants to talk. So different speeds. Some people talk a little bit faster than others.
Could you show us how it works?
Yeah, sure. So basically, you jump to whatever item you're at. Oh, there's the thing. So I'm jumping to greeting. Oh, we just got some run changes. So basically, to speed it up, I press this pacing. So we're at 4. That's kind of where the anchors like it. So then if you want a little faster, 5, 6. And then to stop, you use the space bar. And then obviously, we only control what the anchors talk. So whenever we get to a remote or a SOT or anything like that, we'll speed it up a little bit faster to go through that so that the anchors are prepared at all times.
Well, thank you very much, Tanya. We appreciate it.
No
and what
problem.
are you doing tonight, sir?
My name is Robert Den, and today, this is my first day as floor director. Basically, I'm the liaison between Allie, our manager, and our crew in the studio here. So basically, they tell me what the anchors need to know, and I let the anchors know what they need to do. I'm in charge of doing cues for them, and yeah, that's basically it. So pretty much, I just do what Allie tells me to, if you want to sum it up like that.
It's
So,
still
yeah.
a very important position,
Yes.
so good job. You guys are going to do great. And then we'll move over to cameras over here with our intern from high school. A high schooler is here doing college work, so she's getting some great experience right now. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. I'm Hannah Walters, and I'm doing cameras today. and there's lots of things changing, so this will be really exciting. And for some reason, Caber 1 keeps randomly zooming out, so that'll be good times.
All right, well, hopefully that
Fun
will happen.
show.
Thank you very much, Hannah. We appreciate it. All right, now we'll move on over to the audio booth so you can see it. Great feature of Grady News Source. So you are able to record songs or what you will, but here at Grady News Source, instead we use it to record our VO, or what the voice that you would put on the package that you would voice over. So if you look in here and then you would close it, and it's a soundproof booth. And it's pretty great. But thank you so much for joining us for our behind the scenes of Grady News Source. I'm Meredith Dean.